had an accident, broke my back. I get my brain scanned at the hospital to see what's going on. Tell me how. Oh yeah, bro, I got a new big hole right there. Bro, I got a big hole in my brain, bro. Oh my.
Big ass hole right here.
I told you I feel stupider.
Yep. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you, brother. You looking good, Mike.
You're
welcome.
photo, Mr. Tyson?
So you would all know that the highly anticipated Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight was postponed due to a health scare from Mike Tyson with his ulcer flare up, but it now is looking likely a future date has been confirmed, and it's looking towards the end of the year that it will take place. But just how true are all these claims? Be sure to stick around till the end for the full details. When the fight was originally postponed, Jake Paul broke his silence about it and even hinted that it would be rescheduled, but was frustrating considering the time and effort that had gone into the event itself.
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, like gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp. And I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. This opportunity has been ripped from all of us, but I do value Mike's health first and foremost. Love that guy, I have so much respect for him, and I want Mike to be healthy. And he says he still is gonna knock me out, and I bought myself some time. So Mike is still talking shit over there. But Mike, if you want to do this, like you said, behind closed doors, behind the scenes, you've said you want to do this in Q4. You just need a little bit of time. So I'm ready whenever you are. This is too big of an opportunity. I think this fight's gonna change the world, and I turn all my L's into W's. That's a motto I live by, and the universe makes no mistakes. So let's see what's in store. But sorry this didn't work out. To everyone, the fans, love you guys.
Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. By doing this, you'll never miss out on any upcoming videos from the combat sports world. When the news came out that Mike Tyson had an ulcer flare-up on his flight, he was quick to post out just hours later. Now feeling 100%, even though I don't need to beat Jake Paul. Mike then went on to explain the actual reasoning behind the postponing of the event. I want to thank my fans around the world for their support and understanding during this time. Unfortunately, due to my ulcer flare-up, I have been advised by my doctor to lighten my training for a few weeks to rest and recover. My body is in better overall shape than it has been since the 1990s, and I will be back to my full training schedule soon. Jake Paul, this may have bought you some time, but in the end, you will still be knocked out and out of boxing for good. I appreciate everyone's patience and can't wait to deliver an unforgettable performance later this year. And going off how Mike Tyson ended his statement by saying later this year, it's looking likely it will happen sometime in October. So keep a lookout for future announcements. The postponing of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson has former UFC heavyweight Brendan Schaub suspicious. Schaub predicts that the bout will be called off and that Jake and his older brother Logan Paul will square off in an unusual match. Years ago when I had Logan on, he said the ultimate plan. If this ends with me and my brother fighting, here's a question, put my tinfoil hat on. Was this the plan all along? Here's another question for you guys. What gets more? Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, or Jake Paul versus Logan Paul? I'm not saying on YouTube, on Netflix, because if you take Mike Tyson out of that fight, my dad's not watching it. My dad's not watching Logan Paul, but a ton of youngsters are gonna tune in. What do I think gets more views overall? Jake Paul versus Logan Paul, because you're going to get their fan bases, which is bigger than Mike Tyson's. And he's not wrong. There's never been a fight as big as two brothers, which has never been done before in boxing on this huge of a scale. Everyone thought the Klitschko may make history, but they didn't. Just imagine how big of a fight it would be, as everyone would tune in just the fact it's two blood brothers going at it. And both Logan and Jake have a lot of history going back, from Logan Paul sleeping with his ex-girlfriend to backstabbing him and releasing $1 billion business with his enemy, to slating his achievements. This fight has been brewing for a while now.
So it's not your option to like give me my fights. That me and Nate Diaz have been talking about that for years, and then you popped up and were like, no, now it's my turn. I want that fight, and then start talking shit and then try to like get the fight in Saudi Arabia, like on the microphone, and like trying to like jump in on all of these things.
I think I'm better than you, and I think Nate chose you for a reason, and I think everyone knows that.
What do you mean?
Even in
But what have you done to prove that you're better than me?
I don't know. Went toe to toe 8 rounds with the greatest boxer of all time. What do you think happens if you fight Floyd
I would knock him out,
bro?
100%.
Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
You think because you lost a fight to Floyd Mayweather that you're better than me?
After it was announced that Paul versus Tyson would not be taking place, Logan threw up the gauntlet to take Iron Mike's place. At the time, he posted on social media and wrote, "So Mike Tyson's out, I'll step in and we can settle this once and for all." To which the problem child fired back with, "Mom doesn't want me to KO you, but f*** it. Loser has to change their last name hashtag Paul vs. Paul." The only issue right now with that fight is that Logan Paul is evidently focused on the WWE as he's their biggest star on there by a mile, whereas Jake is fully committed to boxing, so the timeline doesn't match up unless Logan takes a break for a fight against Jake. You may be wondering what actually caused the fight to be postponed on Mike Tyson's side and how the events unfolded on the day. According to reports, Tyson experienced a medical problem on a plane that was supposed to travel from Miami to Los Angeles 4 days prior to the bout being formally postponed. The New York Post reports that Tyson's agents claimed that just 30 minutes before to the plane landing, Tyson had nausea and vertigo due to an ulcer flare-up. This is thought to be the incident that ultimately caused the fight to be postponed. The fighter's promoter released a statement that said, "During a follow-up consultation on Thursday with medical professionals on his recent ulcer flare-up, the recommendation is for Mike Tyson to do minimal to light training over the next few weeks and then return to full training with no limitations." Before we go any further into the video, what are your guys' honest thoughts on this entire situation? Is it looking likely the fight will happen again come mid-October? Or has the ship sailed on this spectacle and Mike won't be able to fight? Comment down below. Although when you go back to their press conferences, Mike Tyson wasn't holding back on Jake and was slating him for his fat physique and said he'd finish him.
I don't know if he's in his prime, he's fat. He should be lean and mean, he's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off the other day, he's fat. I thought, did you start training already?
Hey, Buster Douglas was fat, am I right?
I know, but you're no Buster Douglas.
I'm better. I'm
You're-
better.
no,
and
you're
I'm gonna end you quicker than he did. And you'll remember that forever. You started
Okay.
me off. I appreciate that, Mike. I love you. I love you. Like a father loves his son, but I must discipline you. You're going down, old man.
Okay, I love you too.
It'll be interesting in these coming weeks and months to see if the fight will be rescheduled for October time, as it's looking very likely, but we'll all just have to wait and see. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to Fight Fury for future videos from the combat sports world and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.